house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 19 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Gelsey Kane. Thank you so much for your support, Gelsey. You're awesome. And if you guys want to be house guest of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Alright, so it was a pretty chill start to the day yesterday. Everyone was enjoying the 4th of July. Fun fact, Ramses does not celebrate holidays because he's Jehovah's Witness. Alright, I don't know, I thought that would be interesting to you guys. But anyway, moving on. Christmas and Josh were chatting on the patio outside, and Josh is like all alone at this point in the game. This is a perfect chance to scoop him up and cradle him like a baby. So, Christmas has really been laying the groundwork for this. She's been kind of coaching him a little bit, helping him out. And he really appreciates that. So he told Christmas that he's voting to keep her this week. But he wants to kind of keep it on the down low, possibly. So Christmas is like, yeah, that's awesome, thank you. And she lets him know, you've been doing much better the last few days. You've chilled out a lot. He's like a new puppy, and it's like all crazy. And then it kind of like gets into its routine. And you're like, wow, this dog is not crazy anymore. So Josh is becoming an adult dog. So she also advises him, you need to be careful with the ladies. You need to think about taking on more of a friend role than like a flirty showmance role, because that's not working for you. Lately, a lot of the girls have been weirded out by him because a few of them have said they've caught him trying to like peep on them in the shower, and it's making them really uncomfortable, and I don't blame them. So Christmas is like, maybe just like, don't be gross. And he's like, okay, thanks. Alright, this is a perfect time to do a vote check here. As of right now, the votes are looking like 7 for Christmas to stay and 5 for Jillian to stay. So I think if they voted right now, Christmas would be staying. So she has Josh, Paul, Raven, Matt, Elena, Mark, and Dominique. And Jillian only has Alex, Jason, Kevin, Ramses, and Jessica. So it's not looking good for Jillian at this point. But don't forget, Christmas still has her MRI appointment on today. And you know, that could change things. We'll have to see. Don't worry, it's in this spoiler. Okay, so then yesterday Paul was walking around in his American flag undies. I guess he's feeling really comfortable because I keep seeing him walking around in his underwear. Weren't people really grossed out by Jose doing that last season? Paul's looking pretty comfortable in that house. So he was campaigning to Kevin in the backyard, and he's like, yeah, it's really good to keep Christmas because she's enemies with Codesica, and if they are all in the house, that's one more week that they're not going to come after you because they're going to be targeting each other. So Paul also tells Kevin, again, you really need to dumb it down. Don't let people know that you're smart. Don't go up to people and be like, oh, your name is this, and you're from this place, and you're this many years old, and blah, blah, blah. Don't show them that you have a really good memory. So Kevin's like, I didn't. Wow. So then Paul is telling him, you need to start remembering things like who got evicted on this day, who won HOH on this day. So he tells him, you know, start studying days. You got to get that locked in. All right. So then Cody and Jess were talking about the votes outside, and Cody still thinks that they have the votes to get rid of Christmas, and he's just like, I can't wait to see their faces when Christmas is evicted, and they're going to be all, like, shaken up for the HOH competition. They're not going to be able to concentrate. So then, they're discussing how if their allies vote for Christmas to stay, it's just not going to be the same anymore. That alliance is going to be pretty busted up. So Jessica's like, well, we'll just use them when we have to. How are you planning on using them when they're obviously going to do what they want to do and they don't care what you think about it? I mean, they're showing you this week it's not going to be like that, so good luck with it, but, you know, you do you. And Cody's like, well, at least we don't have to worry about such a large group now. Yeah, that's one way to put it. He said moving forward, he's really only concerned with protecting Jess and Mark. He made that huge deal with Alex and Jason where he was like, I want these 7 people protected. Now, it's down to just himself, Jess, and Mark. And Cody is confident that he still has Mark more than anyone else right now. I don't know about that. I don't know. I think Dominique has Mark, but okay. So, Jason was chatting with Jessica in the HOH room. This is crazy. Oh my god. Jessica has HOH-itis and she's not even HOH. She tells Jason that she and Cody will be breaking the tie this week. Oh, sweetie. That's not how it's gonna work. So she says that her vote is gonna make it 6-6. No. And in that case, Cody would vote out Christmas. So she says in order for this to happen, in order for her to make it a tie and vote out Christmas, she's gonna need Jason, Alex, and Jillian to all agree that they won't put up her or Cody if they win HOH. So Jason's like, yeah, I'm cool with that. But I don't want to have to protect all 7 people that Cody included in the earlier deal. I don't think Jess cares about that. She's like, whatever, we don't care about them anymore. She's like that Mariah Carey gif where somebody asked her about like Ariana Grande or something, and Mariah's just like, I don't know her. That's Jessica with all those other couples alliance people. So they shake on this new deal, and yeah, Jessica says she's definitely voting out Christmas. Surprise, surprise. Sorry. Okay, it's hard work. So Paul is really pushing hard for Christmas to stay. He was campaigning to Jason in the money room. I mean, he's like nonstop with Jason and Alex, and now he's starting to talk to Kevin a lot more about it too. He is really pushing hard. So he's telling Jason Christmas is going to be able to help you in this game way more than Jillian. Even though she's got this busted up foot, she's still going to be better in competitions. And he says Jillian is really just a vote. And Jason's like, yeah, but she's like a solid 100% vote for me. So then Paul's bringing out, well, Christmas is probably going to have the votes to stay anyway, so it's better for you to stay in the majority, which is a valid point. Like, if the votes are there, might not be a bad idea to go along with that. I'm not saying, like, everybody should vote with the House, but I'm just saying, you know, it's kind of stupid if you go against the House when the votes are there. Anyway, Jason is not sure that he can trust Christmas, and Paul's like, do you really think that she would put you up if she won HOH? And Jason says, no. So Paul says, alright, what's the problem then? She's not coming after you, bro. So then Alex and Jason were talking about Paul's campaigning. It's not working. They're still voting Christmas out at this point, and Paul is pushing so hard for this that they're wondering if he's like America's player or something, and like he's gonna win money if Christmas stays this week, because they just, it doesn't make sense to them. She's got this busted up foot. Why does he want her to stay so badly? It's not making sense to them. Also, Jason is kind of pissed at Christmas right now because Jillian told him that Christmas told Jess about some sort of comment he made about her. So apparently Jason said that Jess should stick her head in the toilet, close the lid, and flush her head down the drain. So, I'm gonna cry. He is under the impression that Christmas told Jessica, there's too many J names, that Christmas told Jessica what he said. Okay, we're gonna come back to that, don't worry. Okay, so then, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be able to do this now. It's so hot in here. Paul tells Christmas that Jason doesn't trust her. He knows about this whole toilet thing. So he tells Christmas, you gotta clear that shit up. You gotta fix the toilet situation. It's not good right now. So Christmas is like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I've never heard of that sentence, all those words put together before. I don't know what this is. Like Jessica or somebody is making up shit again. Alright, so I'm wondering at this point, did Jillian freaking orchestrate all of this? Like, did she intentionally make up this toilet lie or what? So, like I said, we're gonna get back to it. Don't worry. Okay, so then Cody and Alex were chatting in the have-not room. And Cody's just like, wow, your side is more solid than my side right now. Because he still feels like the two of them are like the leaders of their sides. Cody, I think your power's over. Okay, so he is like, yeah, I made a deal to protect all those people. They don't even freaking care. They trust Paul more, even though he lied about getting the Den of Temptation. So they have no loyalty, and they suck at the game. Cody keeps saying, like, they suck. They just suck at the game. But I think it's pretty clear that he sucks at the game. Right? Right? Okay. So anyway, he says, as far as the deal goes that they made earlier about protecting all those people, don't worry about that. Right now, he's only concerned, again, about protecting himself, Jess, and Mark on his side. So Alex reiterates, like, yeah, I'm going through with the deal. I'm going to vote for Jillian to stay, obviously. And Cody's like, all right, sounds good. And he really wants to see either Alex or Jason win this next HOH. He really does feel solid with them, and I'm not really sure what they would do if they won HOH, because it seems like they want to stick with the deal with Cody, which is like, but who knows what they would actually do if they got the power. I think he also wants them to win, because he was talking to Jessica about this. He wants one of them to win and for them to hold up their end of the deal so that Cody can just be like, look how nicely I set myself up and you all could have been in on this. That's what he's looking for. So anyway, Christmas pulls Jason aside to chat in the Rose bedroom, and I was really hoping she was going to bring up the toilet thing. She didn't! But we will come back to that. I keep teasing this because it's just so great. So they tell each other that they're cool. Sure you are. And Christmas is claiming that she never told Jess that she's targeting her, because Jess is going around the whole house saying, like, if you vote for Christmas to stay, you're basically saying that I should go F myself because Christmas told me to my face that she's targeting me. And Christmas is like, I never said that. She's making that up. So they both agree they cannot trust Jess. So Jason's like, well, even though I'm not close with Jillian, like, she's Alex's friend, I feel like I should keep her for that reason. But he's like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really torn up about this. Like, of course I think that you'd be a better competitor for me, you know, to help me out than Jillian, but like, what am I supposed to do? So anyway, there was some talk throughout the house yesterday about a possible, like, banner plane or some skywriting, and it had something to do with Mark. Some people were saying it said, like, Mark and Dominique Alliance. So I don't know if that was real or not, but it doesn't really matter if it was, because once that stuff starts spreading around the house, that could mean trouble, you know, for whoever is involved in that. So who knows if it was real or not. But the feeds went down for a little bit yesterday for the 4th of July party. They came back at 9 p.m. We find out the house guests got, like, pizza, maybe some other food, maybe some booze. I don't know if they got to listen to music or watch fireworks. I didn't get all the details on that, but hopefully we'll see it on the show. On Thursday, I guess it would be. So then, after the party, Paul campaigns to Jason and Alex again. You would think that he's on the block, not Christmas, but I guess, like, he would have been on the block this week if he didn't have the pendant of protection. So maybe he's feeling, like, extra panicky, and, like, he needs to set himself up the best that he can for next week. So Paul is now saying that Jillian is the one who told Jessica about the toilet comment, because Christmas has sworn it was not her. He trusts her. So then, I mean, that may be true that Jillian told Jessica about it, but then he's kind of stretching this a little bit. He's like, yeah, Jillian's giving Cody and Jessica info. She's selling you guys out. I don't know if that was a good idea to say to Jason and Alex, because after Paul left, they're just like, wow, Paul is freaking lying to us. Jillian's not trying to sell us out. So now they're even more suspicious about Paul. They don't like the way he's campaigning. They're really uncomfortable with it. Okay, so then, here we go, guys. Here we go. Alex wants to get to the bottom of this whole toilet thing. So she pulls aside Jessica to chat in the storage room. And Alex is like, who told you what Jason said about you? And she doesn't mention toilet yet. And Jessica's just like, she's talking about something else. I think she was talking about the Christmas thing, like saying that she was targeting her or whatever. It wasn't the toilet thing. So then Alex is like, yeah, I don't care about that shit. Who told you about the toilet thing? And Jessica had freaking no idea about the toilet thing. Oh my god. So at this point, she's just like, wait, what toilet thing? Like, tell me about it. What? And Alex is like, don't worry about it. So then Jason goes up to the HOH room. Cody and Jess are up there, and Jess asks, hey, what's up with the toilet thing? And Jason's just like, oh, what? You know, I was just like joking around with Kevin, and I said, hey, let's put Jess's head in the toilet and shut the lid on it. He didn't even try to make up a fake story. Jess did not seem upset about it either. She was brushing her teeth and she was just like, okay. Cody didn't seem upset about it either. So Jess is like, okay, just for the record, like, I didn't know about that. Oh my god. So Jason says, somebody told me that Christmas told you. And Jess is like, nope. So, oh shit, Jillian did make it up. I don't know if she did that intentionally to try and screw up Christmas, or if it was just like a paranoia thing or what, because if you guys remember, I mentioned a few days ago, it might have even been like the first spoiler, Jillian was freaking out that Josh told Dominique that she was targeting her, but that never actually happened. So I don't know if Jillian is just like assuming a lot of things are being said and they're not, or if she actually did make up that lie. Like, obviously Jason made that comment, but nobody had told Jessica about it. So that's pretty crazy. I love that shit. Okay, so this morning, Christmas left for her MRI around 10:30 a.m. And Paul was campaigning to Kevin, and Kevin is not just gonna freaking sit there and listen to this campaigning for like hours and hours, so he's just playing along with it. He's like, yeah, I'll probably vote out Jillian, whatever. He's not planning on voting out Jillian at this point. But anyway, it was a really boring day so far. I mean, these people, I don't know if their brains just don't wake up until like at least 6 o'clock p.m. or what, but they're pretty boring during the day. So Christmas returned around 3:15 p.m. and we find out she does not have any torn ligaments, but she does have 2 broken bones. They gave her a new cast. Big Brother left it up to her to decide if she was going to continue or not. She said, hell yeah. So they let her know, like, we're not going to be changing any competitions for you. The doctor is going to determine, you know, competition by competition, which ones she can compete in. And, yeah, they're just going to go from there. I guess, like, if she has to sit out certain competitions, that's it. Like, she's screwed in that sense, but she can still partake in the rest of the game, so good for her. It's going to be exciting and interesting to see how it plays out. Just want to note, too, everybody was really excited to see her come back. They were all hugging her, except for Jessica and Cody, who stayed up in the HOH room, and freaking Jess was, like, peeking out from the door to watch what was happening. That is so freaking shady and shitty. But anyway, that's where we are right now. Not first eviction, sorry. Next eviction is tomorrow. So let me know in the comments who you guys want to see go, who you think will go. And until then, much love.